hear gleeful screams coming from within Mayor Bulbous' mansion. You've got a bad feeling about this.
OMG! He's here! He's returned! How's my hair? The love of my life has returned! Like, oh my god! Will thou marry me?
Princess Prissie takes a step forward and tosses something at you. You pretend to catch the flowers, but deliberately miss them, and the pretty roses fall to the ground.
You're so silly. You dropped my gift. I guess I'll blame it on all the adventuring that you've been doing. This is what happens when you don't settle down with me.
You kindly explain the reason you are here, but Prissie runs back to the mansion before you can get even 2 words out. Prissie rushes into the hero and embraces him with kisses and hugs. He is overwhelmed with how strong the mayor's daughter is.
I've missed you so much. I've been working hard on our wedding plans. I'm dying to show you what I've planned for our wedding.
Our fabled blue wizard's heart sinks as he has a deep regret for rescuing her from the Thieves' Guild. There's no time for marriage. There's adventuring to be done. You tell the infatuated princess that you're happy to see her, just to satisfy her for a moment. You then tell her what brings you to the Vale Islands.
How dare this Reverend Frost mess with my sweet dear blue wizard? Why, if he did anything to you, I'd be lonely forever. You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
You console Prissie and tell her that would never happen. You explain that you need to see Mayor Bulbous about the Cave of Earth and visiting the Earth Guardian.
Father isn't here right now, and if you haven't tried going to the cave yourself yet, don't bother. It's locked again. Earthland's been disappointed trying to train these new wannabe wizards.
That's a shame to hear, but you're no wannabe wizard. You ask about gaining access to the cave. It's really important, and the story can't continue until you visited the Earth Guardian.
Shh. We talk about that later, my love. Right now, I need to go pretty myself up for you. We can discuss your adventure a bit later. Why not take a rest at the inn? There's so much to discuss later on, and I'm sure you're exhausted. I'll see you soon, sweetie.
With little choice, our blue wizard decides to retire at the inn for the night. After a sleepless night at the inn, you decide you need to confront Prissie to get the Key of Earth.
Hello, my love. Did you rest well?
Despite the restless night, you nod your head to the anxious princess.
I'm glad to hear it. Are you done adventuring now? I kinda need your help to finish these wedding plans. What sort of food should we order? What type of cookies should we serve? Flowers? Guests? Balloons? OMG, there's just so much to do!
Prissie goes on and on about your future wedding. You barely get a word in to ask about where her father is.
Father is out of town right now. He's sailing the seas and expanding our cookie business. Now tell me, what color dress should I get? Green? Blue? Pink! It's bad luck for you to see my dress before the wedding. Okay, never mind the color. It'll be a surprise. Just for you, my dear.
You exclaim to the princess that your mentor, Lighten, has asked you to retrieve the key of Earth for him.
That sounds like an excuse to do more adventuring. Besides, I have the key. And if you want it, you're gonna have to earn it, my love. You must marry me. I'm sure you got a ring for me, don't you?
You see Prissie dangling the key in front of you. The notion of marrying her just to get that key aches you. You ask if there is any other way of getting the key. Besides, you don't have an engagement ring to present to her. Do you know what that requires? First, you need to find the proper setting. Then you have to examine the ring. Then you have to compare other possible places to purchase the ring or the diamond. And then it takes time. Do you want to go with the classic look? Do you want to go with the modern look? What is her taste? This is quite a very long and involved process, and then you always have to factor in, can you actually afford the ring? Some people choose payment plans, but truly, is there a payment plan for a priceless gem?
What? No ring? If you really want our crown treasure again, you need to get me an engagement ring.
You put your foot down and demand the key. In any case, you have no idea where to even buy an engagement ring. However, David Scott is an excellent place to start, and the narrator recommends the staff there and their products highly.
You're like in total luck. Since you have left, the Thieves Guild is under new management. The new Plonker sells all kinds of products. I'm sure he has something for you. The guild is in the same place as before, in the Dangerous Mountains. Stop stalling! No excuses! You will get this ring for me. You've evaded me long enough, my love. You've rescued me. Therefore, you have to marry the princess. That's the way it goes. All my storybooks say so. They can't be wrong. Ugh, and I just prettied myself up for you too. You got me all worked up. I feel like a mess.
Guess our hero has no choice. Maybe the new Plonker can help him out. There's no point talking with Prissie any further. She's filled with determination to marry you.
I don't see that engagement ring. Did you forget where the Thieves Guild was at? It's southeast of town.
Indeed, it has been a while. The Blue Wizard asks how the guild has been doing since you took care of Beck the Plonker. You tell about your exploits in Luliza, the so-called Reverend Frost, and your new mission Lighten sent you on to restore your artifacts. But, you don't want to get married. Not yet, anyways. There's too much work to be done in the sequel before you need to settle down. As much as you are not looking forward to getting hitched, you know this is the only way of getting that key and progressing forward. Capture all the wandering pixies within the time limit. If you run out of time, you'll have to start over. To capture a pixie, use the Z or Enter key. With much regret, our blue wizard nervously takes the enchanted wedding ring and begins to think on a vow for the ceremony.
OMG. Oh my god. Is that what I think it is?
To make it even more believable, our hero gets on one knee and utters those magical words.
Yes. Yes, I will. This is the happiest day of my life. I need to get everything ready. Guard! We have a lot to prepare. Get the chefs, maids, and everyone else here to get my wedding prepared. Did I say you could talk to my soulmate? Start getting everything prepared, now!
Our blue wizard nervously asks if there is anything he can do.
That's okay, my love. Leave everything to me. Like I said before, I've been planning everything since you've been gone.
As Prissie makes the preparations, our blue wizard decides to retire for the night and plan for tomorrow's wedding. As soon as you step outside the inn, you're greeted by one of Prissie's guards. Despite the calming scene, you hope that the pixie's magic remains true. You just need to get the key of Earth off of Prissie. The priest announces to everyone, including yourself, that the ceremony is about to begin. Our blue wizard still gives that look of objection towards Prissie. He decides to stay quiet and go along with the ceremony. Besides, we wouldn't want to anger her, would we? The priest motions to our hero and his bride-to-be.
No vows needed. Our love is strong.
Well, that's a relief, as our blue wizard couldn't write his feelings down on paper. Ha ha ha!
The ring! Yes! Gimme, gimme!
You inspect the ring very quickly to see that it is secret, it is safe, and that its magics are still working. You slide the ring onto Prissie's finger. She doesn't suspect a thing.
Of course he does. Now say man and wifey, or do you want to start cleaning the cookie pits?
You can't help but admire Prissie's determination to marry you, even if you don't want to marry her. As per agreement, you ask your wife, Prissie, for the key of Earth.
No worries, my love. I'll give you our town treasure soon enough. But first, we will celebrate with food and dance. Yay!
Our hero struggles to nod his head but agrees. Besides, one could say he's totally famished. The crowd gives one final cheer as the newly married couple departs back to Leah for song and dance. Blue Wizard and Prissie are escorted into an extravagant building. You're pretty sure you didn't see this in the last game. My, she really did work hard on this wedding. After several minutes of vigorous dancing, you're finally able to rest for a bit. You should see about getting that key of Earth now.
Wonderful party, my love?
You give a fake smile that Prissie doesn't see through. She's too happy that her dream has come true. And here we have a rhyme, just in time, for you the player to be elected mayor. Now that the ceremony is underway, you ask Prissie about that key.
You're awfully anxious for that key. Fine, here, you've earned it.
Finally, our blue wizard has received the key of Earth! As soon as the ceremony has concluded, we can continue on with the story. Suddenly, your wizard sense tingles. You sense an odd magic in the air as well as a familiar voice. Prissie's ring glows for a moment, then turns into a lollipop ring. You monster. The crowd continues to dance, even though they noticed what happened to her ring. Everyone begins to give you glances, wondering what just happened.
My ring! What happened to it? What did you do? Are you trying to upset me? Say something!
Being the silent protagonist, the blue wizard decides to do what anyone else might do in this situation.
Oh no, he did not!
Prissie is chasing you down. You need to outrun her and escape. If she catches you, it'll spell certain doom.
Will thou marry me? Will thou marry me? But thou must! Will thou marry me? 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 Guards! Stop the blue wizard! Will thou marry me? 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 Will thou marry me?
Regardless of all the running, it looks like Prissie is still in hot pursuit. Actually, scratch that, she's right behind you.
You ruined my best dress. You ruined my wedding ring. You made my hair hurt. You ruined everything.
That has to be one of the biggest temper tantrums you've ever witnessed. You should probably check on her later. At long last, our blue wizard has obtained the Key of Earth. He can now enter the Cave of Earth and consult with Earthlyn.